What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me in my dreams. And when life gets challenging, I need a bank that's focused on what matters. Not to mention one that's been top rated by Forbes in trust, customer service, financial advice, and more. That's why when it comes to meeting my banking needs, it's always NBT. Learn more at nbtbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of On the Scene podcast. My name is Tom Hickey. I'm with 2020 Media, and thanks to NBT Bank, On the Scene podcast is made possible. We stream 24/7, 365 on whatever venue you use to listen to your podcast, as you are now, and we reach over 250,000 readers on weha.com, Jewish Ledger, and West Hartford Magazine. We are joined today by a special guest who I'll introduce in a second. And usually, for those of you who listen to our podcasts on a regular basis, I introduce my co-host, Bob Carr. But Bob is driving this morning, so we don't want to have any car crashes while we're interviewing a podcast. So he may join us, he may not. But if not, what Bob usually says, he usually introduces me, and he usually starts by saying Bob Carr, Tom Hickey, Ronnie Newton, and Kausik McCowdy are the four owners of weha.com and the founders. And along with that, I, Tom Hickey, put out things like The Best of West Hartford, which we'll talk about a little bit later, Taste of West Hartford in different sections of town and many different special events, along with publishing Jewish Ledger and West Hartford Magazine, which Bob always notes for me, so I'll give that selfish plug, is West Hartford's original lifestyle magazine. So that's what we do when we're not doing podcasts. But today, we are very pleased to be joined, and we've been trying to pull this off for a while, but our schedules are crazy. The owner of Arthur Murray Dance Studios, Kelly, who is here with us. And Kelly, say hi.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Tom. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, we're thrilled to have you. And as I've said with a little tease earlier, we will end this session by talking a little bit about Best of West Hartford. But Kelly, one of the things that I would love to have our listeners hear from you is a little bit about Arthur Murray Dance and where the studios are, how you got into this business, et cetera.
Great. Well, I'll try to keep it very exciting for everybody that's listening. So along with my husband, Jonathan, we have been in the Arthur Murray business over 20 years.
Wow, I didn't realize.
We both started in college. While we were finishing college, we had this side gig, which was teaching ballroom dance lessons. Yeah. And we have loved it so much and everything that it represents. And our studios are in the Hartford area. So we have Vernon location, one in Glastonbury, one in the West Farms Mall area, and one in Bloomfield currently.
Beautiful. And the Bloomfield one, is that in the Wittenberry Mall?
It is in the Wittenberry Mall. Yep.
Great. Perfect.
And it keeps us very busy.
Oh, I bet you are. And I thought of this last night when I was thinking about you. This whole pandemic, COVID must have been really challenging. Right?
We had to definitely shift quickly because we are in an in-person service business, and it made it really difficult, but we were able to get creative and do lessons on Zoom to keep people connected. We would provide, lessons in their living rooms, lessons in their kitchen, maybe sometimes in the bathroom. I don't know, wherever it was. And it actually was wonderful because students recognized that without the teacher there, they had to really own their steps and their moves and their balance. And so for that reason, it was great physically, but also mentally, it kept us connected to the students. We could chit chat with them, something to look forward to.
Do you find, Kelly, too, are you still doing that? Like, are you going to people's homes or offices, or are people pretty much now back at the studio?
Most people are back at the studio, but for people that travel for work, they, in their hotel rooms, we stay connected and we still can do Zoom from time to time.
All right. That's amazing.
So
And
it works.
this has
Or
to
snow
happen.
days, a
Yeah,
snow day, they can't cancel their dance lesson. We can come to them right in their living room.
you're right. That's great. I love it. And actually, and the other thing, well, like we're doing, we record all these podcasts on Zoom because it's so easy. I just had a query about 2 days or so ago from someone who's in Bali. And they're going to be there for the next year, and they want to talk about their experiences in Bali. We're going to have her on as a guest in the future.
Oh, wow.
And if you think about it, here we'll be in Connecticut, and she'll be in Bali, and you'd have no idea. Nobody would.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's great.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So what's the typical person who reaches out to you, who comes to Arthur Murray Dance?
That's a great question. Well, the great thing about, dance lessons at Arthur Murray is it's a wide age range in all different walks of life. So your typical student could be a wedding couple, a couple that are getting married and want to first dance, or to be able to dance at the reception. It could be, everybody. We have young kids that come in and take dance lessons. We have couples, singles. We even have students who are in wheelchairs that take dance lessons.
Oh, wow. How great.
And so we make sure we can shift to accommodate anybody's needs, but the overall goal and the reasons they come in all seem similar. It's an outlet, it's exercise, it's a sense of community. There's so many different reasons, but that ties everybody together.
Yeah.
It's real fun.
Talk for a second, if you wouldn't mind, about the exercise portion, because someone actually, I was telling my wife that we were going to be chatting and that you were going to be a guest on the podcast, and she said, "Oh, I bet a lot of people do it now for exercise."
Yes, they either include it as part of their gym week, or they don't go to the gym anymore, or never they stop because it's just not that enthusiastic or fun. So they do use the dance lessons as a means of exercise. So we want to make sure that on that lesson, we are keeping them moving and they're, sweating a little bit and getting those endorphins going. And they don't even feel like they're working out. And interestingly enough, after a few weeks or months taking lessons, they're like, wow, my clothes fit better. I feel just overall like better about the way I look and feel. They don't even realize that, they're moving and grooving and
Wow.
exercising.
Amongst the studios, do you have competitions, or is that a no? I don't know how that works.
We do.
You
We
do.
do. We have dance like events or competitions as opportunities for students to get a little bit of feedback on their dancing, maybe to even place and get a medal. There's so many different opportunities for the students to use their dancing, even outside the school. We'll go to Latin clubs. We'll take the students out to social events where there's bands. So we do it all. So their social calendars become pretty full because every month we're doing something.
Wow, that's pretty neat. Is it I'm just thinking of ballroom dancing right now, so I just thought of this. Can we mention on this podcast the Hartford area ballroom, or can we not talk about that? You had mentioned to me something about I don't want to say it. Like something that you and your husband were getting involved in downtown Hartford.
Oh, is it Pratt Street?
Yes, yeah. So
yes, we my husband helps coordinate the salsa socials on Pratt Street.
And is that the same, like that? Is that a group? Like, do they also do Blueback Square, that kind of thing, or not really?
I am not really sure about that. I just know we're affiliated with the Pratt Street event.
Okay.
We just connected with them, and that's really fun because we bring our students there. Yeah. You'll know we're there because we wear bright blue shirts and we're loud and crazy and a whole load of fun. So you won't miss us.
And I hate to say this, I will get there, but I haven't gotten there. And didn't they just close Pratt Street completely? So it's just pedestrian now, right? I think.
Yes. That's yes. Right. And there's a couple new restaurants and things that have gone into that area. Right. So the last couple of times it was pretty packed.
Yeah, great. All right. Well, there's a little plug for Pratt Street. Well,
that's so go to the next one if you can. I think if you look on the calendar, it's in August.
In August. Okay, great. And you can just Google that. So if anyone wants to reach you, learn more about the studios, how to get involved, how to take lessons, how much they cost, whatever, how do they reach you?
Well, they can look up, I mean, good old Google, right? They can look us up quickly, Arthur Murray Dance Centers, Vernon, or all those locations I mentioned.
Oh, great.
Because it's a franchise, we have those four, but they're all over the world and they're all over. There's more in Connecticut. So you just would have to look up your area and you look up Arthur Murray and it will go right to our website.
Cool. Is there, this is not, it's this, I said there was gonna be no gotcha, but you made me think of this when you said they're all over the world. Are there reciprocals? Like if you're visiting someone or you're going to be vacationing for a while on a different coast or a different state and there's an Arthur Murray there, can you go there? Or
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And because the Arthur Murray syllabus that we use is like a universal dance language. So you could go anywhere around the world and pick right up where you've left off, or go to a group class in Brazil, or go to a group class in Korea or wherever, and they're doing the same thing we're doing.
All right.
It's like a worldwide family, so it's very cool. We've done that a few times when we've traveled. We've gone to different Arthur Murrays.
Yeah, I bet. That's great.
And it's amazing.
Right, well, I wasn't planning on asking that, but that's
That's a great question.
Yeah, no, it's great because it makes it easy for people. Yeah,
it does. And
yeah.
To the point earlier I was saying is if they're traveling and they're like, I'm not going to be in the dance studio for 3 months.
Right.
Well, where are you going? Oh, I'm going, wherever they're going. And we look right up to see if there's an Arthur Murray near them. And sure enough, if there is, they can just go there.
How great is that? Wonderful. Beautiful. All right. Now I'd love to, I wanted to look for a cleaner segue, but I can't think of one. So I'm just going to talk about it. I wish I could say it was my idea. I don't think it was. I think it was your idea. But the Best of West Hartford, as we mentioned in the beginning of this podcast, is celebrating its 10th anniversary this fall. And it's wonderful. Yeah, it's a great event, and people, are really getting into trying to, retain their titles. Some, only a handful, 4 or 5, have been first place winners for the last 10 years. So it's really been amazing. But one of the things that we wanted to do, and especially coming out of the pandemic and all of this, we're just trying to make things more exciting and more interesting. Hence, Kelly and Arthur Murray Dance will be our entertainment portion for that evening. So many people have not heard that, yet, but it's going to be announced by our editors on WeHot.com and Jewish Ledger and West Hartford Magazine, so that you can see. I don't know what we're going to have, 6 to 10, somewhere in that range, different dancers who will compete as couples, if I'm saying this right, as pairs. I shouldn't say couples, as pairs, to see who is the best dancer in West Hartford. I think it will be an awful lot of fun. So I personally wanted to thank you guys, for A, coming up with the idea, B, joining forces with us, and now we're in the process of finding sponsors, to help support, this, because obviously there's training and there's costumes and there's all kinds of stuff, that goes along, with the event. The event's going to be on Monday, November 4th. And you're going to have to watch social media because we can't say where it's going to be yet because we don't have it confirmed. But it will be someplace spectacular. Years and years and years ago, it used to be at Fleming's, but unfortunately, we've outgrown that venue. Unfortunately, because Fleming's is so awesome, but fortunately for us, because that's a good success story.
Good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing. So we have to find a new venue, for it. So. The dancers who are now going to be reaching out to you, Kelly, I don't want to put you on the spot because I know we don't know everything about it yet, but how do you sort of see it working, for them? I
think, well, first I wanted to correct what you said. I think it was
okay, go for
it. A group effort in planning a great, addition to the entertainment of the night. It was great to just collaborate with you and be able to see how can we just boost up the excitement a little bit, and we're like, let's do this. So how it would work is exactly what you kind of said. They will team up and they will go to the dance studio of their choice location, and the instructor will work with them on a handful of lessons to, create a dance or routine to a certain type of music. We haven't sort of mapped out all those details, but it surely will be really fun to see the whole thing from beginning to end, from their first step into the dance studio to 8 or 10 lessons later, they're ready for Dancing with the Stars, right? So I think that's
right.
really fun to see. And yeah, they'll all come in once to twice a week to prepare and really get the muscle memory behind it, and hopefully have some fun and learn something along the way.
I was just thinking too, and maybe this is a great way to segue out of it, but look at if you want to come to Best of West Hartford and observe and vote on the Dancing with the Stars competition, that would be a lot of fun. But
yes, we encourage that, because the more excitement from the audience participation and the cheering would really be awesome and boost sort of the whole thing.
Absolutely. And this may inspire someone to take their own lessons.
I hope so. Or maybe some of the dancers that signed up, they'll say, wow, this is fun. I want to keep doing this.
Super. All right. Kelly, how about one more time, just for our listeners? They'll Google Arthur Murray Dance, right?
Arthur Murray Dance Centers.
Dance centers. I always forget the centers. Okay.
Yeah.
Arthur Murray Dance.
Or if you do studios, it's fine too, and we'll come up.
Okay, beautiful. That sounds great. So thank you for spending time with us this morning. And believe me, I'm hoping now that this will get all kinds of people interested in Arthur Murray, not only before Best of West Hartford, but if not, come to Best of West Hartford and see for yourself how someone can be, my gosh, what's this going to be, Kelly? 1 to not even 3 months,
I know. It's going to come fast.
Yeah, it's going to come fast, and having these people compete will be a lot of fun.
And Tom, I want to thank you and all the supporters and your whole program for, bringing us in and inviting us to be a part of this.
Well, we're thrilled to have you. You make it a lot of fun, believe me, and it will be a great time, I assure you. Since Kelly thanked me, I need to make sure that I acknowledge again and thank NBT Bank for being our sponsor for this On the Scene podcast, because without them, this would not be possible. So we look forward to speaking with you and introducing our next guest next time we are on the scene.
Thank you.
What I'm looking for in a bank is one that's looking out for me, like NBT. I want a relationship and a team that supports me in my dreams. And when life gets challenging, I need a bank that's focused on what matters. Not to mention one that's been top rated by Forbes in trust, customer service, financial advice, and more. That's why when it comes to meeting my banking needs, it's always NBT. Learn more at nbtbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.